So you want to improve your typing speed. Here are the top 5 tricks that can help you do that. So why would anyone start touch typing? So take for example, in your school days, you had your computer science classes, or in your college days, probably you have to make presentations or seminars, or being at work, for example, you have to send an email to someone. We all have come across a phase we have to type. Those days, obviously, we had to type on keyboards, now laptops, now people even do it on mobile phones. So typing is something that's been all this while, and touch typing is literally like free skill that anyone can pick up. It's something which is easy but takes time and will definitely be worked out with practice. So who should learn touch typing? Taking myself as an example, being a doctor, having to type many discharge summaries, that was one phase of time where we all wished we learned this skill and got through that phase much easily than how we got through. And not just this scenario, be it an engineer, architect, you're an advocate, or you're an artist, or having a personal blog, whatever it is, at some point of the time, we come across the phase of typing. As I already said, emails, which is very basic to anyone, right? So if you spend yourself like 5 to 10 minutes a day and you do it every day, you can actually create wonders in this topic of touch typing. Now coming to the main part, how do you actually improve or increase your typing speed? Point number one, focusing more on the quality of typing rather than the quantity. What I mean to say is that the accuracy of typing. So maybe around 75-80% accuracy. Good. Initially it might take time, it's okay. Always keep in mind that because you should type the right letters to the word rather than typing fast and making blunders and then backspace, cutting it out, again typing. That's going to take a lot of time. So don't do that. And what I mean to say this accuracy rate, I will explain later on this video. Point number two, focusing on the posture of typing. For example, if you take piano or guitar, there is posture for that. There's an exact way or a good way to play it. Other than that, it's going to look really clumsy, or probably it might be for a fact that you might not be producing good output from what you're doing. So similarly, even when you're typing, you should always have a good posture for that. Suppose if I want to type here, it's going to probably end up giving me more fatigue rather than getting a good output of typing stuff, because keeping in this position, it's going to make my arms get really tired quickly, whereas my keyboard's down here and it is down here. So easy on. Tip number three, consider this as a skill, or consider it like you're learning an instrument, like as I already mentioned, the guitar and the piano example. This takes time. It's not something which you can do in a 24-hour period, like, yeah, let me just start typing and yes, I can finish it out. No, it takes time, maybe weeks, months, years, but it's an ongoing process. You're increasing your speed and improving at it, the words per minute. So do not think that it's like, piece of cake thing you can do quickly. Obviously, it is easy, but it's only easy if you're consistent with how much hard work you're ready to give for it. Tip number four, by learning the keyboard shortcuts. One main thing when it comes to typing is that Control plus backspace. Like I'll give an example here. Like yeah, wait, why did the yeah, I wrote a sentence here. Probably, so I just made a random sentence here, and let me make. Okay, that's a blunder there. Instead of chicken, I misspelled the word, and it's an M instead of an N. It's a mistake. So what in general majority of the people would end up doing is, canceling one by one. But instead of that, use the shortcut. Wait. Yeah. Instead of that, just use Control backspace. That takes back all the words. And much easier to get back to what you were typing from the blunder. So the last point is making sure that your index finger is placed both in the F and the J. As you know, there's that markers there for the fingers, so that make sure you're actually positioned in the right place. And when you're typing, make sure you're typing the letters of a word as one block, like block by block. Don't break down the whole word into letters and type. Whereas have the muscle memory on the keyboard and always related to the word. For example, okay, let me show you. One common word which I used to always come across and I used to pick it up quickly was disease. So fast I could type, or little, or joker, or okay, random words, okay. So if I'm typing out a big paragraph and these words which I'm already used to are coming across in that phase, I can always pick it up quickly. That will help me increase my speed overall. So keep that in mind. Last but not the least, don't give up. I know it's easy to say, but because if you're being consistent and just spending 5 to 10 minutes every day, you don't know how much improvement you can do in touch typing. And also, one main thing is that you should not keep this unwanted expectation of reaching 100, 150 words per minute in a day or stuff like that. That's probably going to demotivate you and make you quit soon. It's good to have an aim, but it's not to an extent where that aim starts to make you get worried. So always focus on the journey, make the journey memorable and enjoy it, and not the destination. Now, which are the sites that you can use? So there are paid sites and free sites. Starting off with the free sites, which I used to use was MonkeyType, KeyBR, 10 Fast Fingers, and typingclub.com. So initially when I started, I had used keybr.com and it was really nice, good. Like it shows how much you have improved. It shows the keys, like how much you've improved on typing. And but the only problem which I found here is that it's not actual words. Like you can see here, alone is there soon, but then enrouse or stones and things like that. It's just letters piled up together and not actual words. So that's when I moved from KBR to MonkeyType. Amazing site, loved it, loved the user interface, so good. And you can change the tone of the typing, really nice. And you can choose like the words 10, 20, 50 words, 100 words. You can make it into codes. You can choose the time, how much you want to keep it for. It shows the speed, the words per minute used, and accuracy. Amazing, good stuff. The other one was 10fastfingers.com. It's pretty good. I've seen most of the people have used this, but not my choice of interest. You can still use it free of cost, so worth a try. The next one is Typing Club. As you can see, it's got tiles of all the lessons which you can do. Amazing, I loved it, I've used it, it's very good. Also there's small games, fun, interesting, like you can see this game here, again a game, home sweet home, yeah, play home roam, many games like this. So it's fun filled site, so good stuff here also. Now coming to paid sites, there are sites like the typingcat.com, typec.com and typing.com. So it has come with around typingcat.com with around 320 rupees per month. Typec was a trial for a week and then payment starts on. Then typing.com, which was saying around $15 one-time payment, you can get ad-free stuff and all. But this is something I wouldn't recommend, because why to simply pay for it when you can learn it for free? The free sites are really good and that's good enough, no brainer. So which keyboard to use? So I would say the budget keyboards which could be used, and it's definitely worth the price because you really don't have to pay the high-end keyboards right now when you're learning the touch typing. So I would obviously recommend EvoFox from Amazon, Redgear and Zebronics. So obviously these ones aren't as good as compared to the high-end keyboards, but good enough for starter level. Good keys, mechanical keys, good enough, and even fancy colors, fancy lights, I mean. So next one I would say is the Apple keyboard. It's an amazing keyboard. Like, it's like, I would say, the best probably right now in the market. It's definitely costly, and it won't be aesthetically pleasing you with the clicks and stuff, but the work efficiency, the workflow is amazing. The another keyboard I would suggest also is Iconix, and this one again, it looks amazing, looks beautiful. In fact, the colors and the texture, the vintage look, or I don't know what to say. When the clicks, it sounds amazing. Definitely keyboard in my bucket list. So yeah. And seeing all this, I don't want you guys to think about, okay, I don't have a good keyboard, so I can't type or I can't improve my typing speed. Nothing like that. Just think about 10, 20 years before, where people were typing with typewriters and how difficult it was. And myself have seen it. Like, it's so difficult, and oh god, don't even think about it. So now I would like to conclude by summarizing the 5 things I had mentioned earlier. Tip number 1, which was making sure you focus on the quality of typing rather than the quantity. Tip number 2, making sure you have a good posture when you type so that you don't get fatigued easily. Tip number 3, considering keyboard like an instrument or like a skill to learn. Tip number 4, by learning the keyboard shortcuts. And tip number 5, making sure your index fingers are placed right in F and J, so you have the right framework where your fingers are supposed to be there. Last but not the least, there are some of my friends who are really bad in typing, and if you think you're one among them who are yet to start typing, just keep this in mind. Start slow, progress gradually, no rush. Keep one thing in mind, that you have to be consistent. Spend at least 5 minutes a day and enjoy the journey, not the destination. In this video, if you gained something, or be it 1% that you gained some value from this video, I'll be the happiest. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.